everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited about today's video because I'm going to be talking with you guys about drugstore highlights. I have been wanting to do a drugstore highlight video for a little bit now, and it kind of turned into just wanting to get one, and then it kind of turned into a drugstore highlight haul. So I did pick up 10 to test out for the first time. I haven't tested out any of these, so this will be my first impression. I'll be swatching all of them and then trying on my favorites. I also did pick up drugstore bronzers. I picked up 10 of those as well, and I'm going to be filming a drugstore bronzer haul and first impression video later on this week, so tune in for that. If you aren't subscribed to my channel already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you would like to see which 10 drugstore highlighters I picked up and would like to see swatches of them and see which ones I try on, then please keep on watching. So like I said, I have 10 drugstore highlights that I am going to be giving my first impressions on, and I think we'll start with this Physicians Formula Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls. All of these products were picked up at either Walgreens, Walmart, or Ulta. It is paraben free, and I did get the shade for medium skin tones. It does come with underneath a little brush and then a compact mirror. Go ahead and get right into swatching it. Wow, so I barely went in and that picked up a lot of products. Ooh, that is pretty. You know what that actually kind of reminds me of? I just did a review on, or a first impressions video on the Becca and Chrissy Teigen palette. That actually kind of reminds me of the Rose Gold highlighter by Becca Cosmetics. It has like a nice gold peachy tone to it. So wow, so far we're off to a really great start. Keep in mind that these are my first impressions. I'm not familiar with any of these products. Next, I picked up 2 Makeup Revolution highlighters. The first one I picked up is the Shimmer Brick Radiant. So there is the highlight. And I know you can kind of go like brick by brick to get the highlight. And then I know you can swirl it. I'm actually going to do both just because I'm curious about it. I'm going to go ahead and swatch this little top one. Oh wow. So that picked up a lot of product in one swipe. Oh, that is intense. I did this one. I'm going to go ahead and do this pink one underneath too. These are super pigmented highlighters, you guys. Just off my first impression, this looks like it's an intense highlight. Like, this is not going to give you a subtle highlight. So now I'm just going to go in and just like swatch all of it. So this is kind of just like swirling in all of the colors. Oh, and that gives it a nice different color too. So this is nice because you actually get essentially 6 different colors, because you get the 5 bricks if you go in individually, and then you get 1 when you mix them all. And then, so this is the Physicians Formula. These are the ones from the Makeup Revolution Shimmer Brick Radiant. Next Makeup Revolution one that I got is the Skin Kiss highlighter in Golden Kiss. So this is the highlighter. So I'm going to swatch it right underneath right here. Oh, that's pretty too. So it does look like a more subtle highlight. It doesn't, like, these ones are super reflective, and this one, it looks like it's going to give you more of a subtle glow, which, you know, if that is your preference, this highlighter could be perfect for you. Because I prefer a more intense highlight. I think out of the 2 Makeup Revolution ones, I am kind of favoring this brick one. But just keep in mind that everyone's preferences and what they like is different. So just because I like it more, you may like this one more. So next product that I picked up is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Highlighter. And this is in the color Rose. So this one does come with a little compact mirror and a little brush as well, which I think is cool that they include that. Here is the highlighter. So this looks like you can essentially use it as 4 different highlights too, or 1. So for this one, I just am feeling like mixing it. So I'm just gonna go in. Ooh. So for swatch, this looks like a buildable highlight, which is nice because if you wanna go for a less intense highlight or build it up, you have those options. I'm gonna swatch it again up here. Right here. Oh, okay, yeah. So it looks like it's gonna be a buildable highlight like I said earlier, but still super pretty. It has like a purpley pink undertone to it. So the next one that I want to try out is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter. I picked up the color in Blush Gems, and this looks like it's more of a pinky color too. So this is the highlight. Okay, so swatching this one, just on the first feel, it does feel kind of rough. It doesn't feel as soft as the other one, so I'm going to swatch right here. Okay. That's like not showing up. I'm going to go in a little more. And I'm like really getting in here. So let's see if that helps. Okay, so you can see it a little more here, but it's still a very faint highlighter. So this is very, very subtle. And like I said earlier, I did go in with my finger pretty hard. So I don't know. I thought it was going to be, I mean, from the pan, it looks like it would be really pigmented, but honestly, I mean, you shouldn't have to go in that hard to get some highlight. Let me try picking some up with my brush and see if that helps. I'm so not left-handed. Okay, yeah, it's very subtle. Personally, I don't know if I would recommend this one just because it's such a subtle highlight and I prefer more of a tense highlight, so I don't know about that one. Okay, so another e.l.f. product that I picked up, I thought these look cool. This is actually a baked highlighter and This is a baked highlighter and bronzer duo. I'm going to be talking about the bronzer in my bronzer video that I'm going to be doing in the next couple of days. This side is the highlight and then this is the bronzer. One thing that I thought was really cool about e.l.f. is that they don't do animal testing, so I think that's really important. Okay, so I'm going to swatch this one right next to the other e.l.f. one. So this one feels softer than the other one. Okay, so this one definitely is showing up a little bit more than the first e.l.f. one that we tried, and this is the one that comes in the duo. Not as intense as some of the other highlighters that we tried earlier, but that's with one swatch, and I didn't have to go in as hard as I did with the first e.l.f. one. So this one does seem a little bit better. I'm gonna go in again. And it does feel softer. The other one was just kind of rough and I don't know. So this one is definitely showing up a little bit more. So for the two e.l.f. ones, I would definitely recommend the duo one over this one. I don't know what was up with this one. So the next one that I picked up is actually from the Maybelline Master Contour palette. So I have heard people talk about this, and the Ulta employee actually recommended this one to me as well, so I picked it up because there is a highlight in there. And I'll probably talk about the contour shade in my bronzer video as well. So it does come with a little brush, which I think is cool that they include. There's the brush that comes with it. Here are the products that you get. You get a highlight, a blush, and a contour shade. So we're going to go in right to the highlight. Ooh, this is a very, very soft highlight. Just swatch it right here. So that is, wow. Okay, so I was not expecting it to be like that. That actually looks The coloring looks similar to the very first highlight, which is right here that we swatched. And that was the Physicians Formula. So this is a really pretty highlight too. Also, I forgot to mention that I did get this in the color medium to deep. So the next one I'm super excited about because I just thought it was really cool. And that is the Hard Candy Baked Illuminating Duo, and this is in the shade Twinkle Star. I picked this up at Walmart. And it comes with a little compact mirror right here and a little brush. Like, I just thought that was the cutest thing. So I had to pick it up. So I'm gonna swatch this lighter one first. So this one definitely feels chalky. And there are some larger glitter bits in the Hard Candy one. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see the glitter bits on camera, but this one does have larger chunks of glitter in it. Personally, I don't like highlights that have big chunks of glitter. I like more of a nice smooth shimmer or glow to a highlight, and this definitely has big glitter chunks. So now I'm gonna swatch this more goldy color. Some of the other highlighters were really soft, and this one feels a little more chalky, so I have a feeling that, yeah, it's looking like it's gonna have some glitter chunks in there as well. See, the colors of these aren't bad, but I'm not a fan of the glitter chunks. So personally, I probably wouldn't recommend the Hard Candy for that reason, just because, like I said, I don't prefer when my highlight has glitter, chunks of glitter in there. So I don't know how I'm feeling about the Hard Candy ones, which I was really excited about because I really like this packaging and I just liked the concept of it. But I gotta be honest, like the texture of it and the consistency and how it feels and just the glitter chunks in it, I don't know. I think you can get something that's going to give you a nicer highlighting effect for around the same price. The next ones that I picked up are the Wet n Wild Megaglo Highlighting Powders. I have heard about these a ton on YouTube. These are one of the YouTube Made Me Buy It's. And this is actually what I kind of went out to get when I went shopping for the drugstore highlights. And I have seen so many people say if you find these in stock, pick them up in every shade that they have. So that's what I did. My Walgreens had the 2 shades, so I picked one up in Precious Petals and then one in Crown of My Canopy. And then also Wet n Wild is cruelty free, so just wanted to put that out there. Let's go ahead and start with the Crown of My Canopy. There is the highlight. Swatch right here. Oh, like I heard that they were good, but I did not think that they were gonna be this good. This is the color Precious Petals. We're gonna go into this one next. Swatch it right here. Oh, okay. Yeah. That is super pretty. Those were really nice. The last one that I picked up is the Milani Strobe Light in the color Sun Glow. I have used Milani products before. I have a couple of their blushes. I have a couple of their liquid lipsticks. So I do really like Milani products. So I'm really hoping that their highlight is good too. So I picked this up at Walmart. Here is the... Ooh, that is pretty too. I like that. So it's definitely not as intense as this Wet n Wild one right here, but it does give more of a glow. It's going to be really pretty if you have a nice tan going and you just kind of want to go out and have, you know, kind of accentuate that. So I'm just going to go in a little more because this looks like you can build it up too. Yeah. So that is super pretty. Okay, so that is all of the highlights that I picked up, and those are the swatches. So now I have to decide which ones I'm going to try out. There were so many good ones, so this is going to be really, really hard for me to decide. So if you would like to see me apply some of these highlighters to my face, then please keep on watching. Let's just start with the Milani Strobe Light in Sun Glow. I'm just going to take my highlighter brush and just go into this product. That's giving off a nice subtle shimmer. I like that. I'm going in with more. Just on first impression on applying, you definitely can build this up. So definitely, depending on if you want a subtle highlight, I would just probably apply it once, but I like a super intense highlight, so you can just keep on going. Oh yeah, that is a pretty color. So you're gonna get more of a goldy color with this. I like this one. So this is Milani Strobe Light in Sun Glow. And let's try the L'Oreal True Match Lumi in the color Rose on the other side. So this one actually comes in with a brush, and just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to try it out with the brush that they include. Okay, well, I'm going to go back in with this highlighting brush that I use. This is definitely more of an icy glow, so this is going to be good for winter. And I think for if you have more of a fair complexion, I think this is going to be really pretty on you as well. The color itself is super pretty. It has a nice pink silvery undertone to it, and it's pretty. I like it. Yeah, so this is the Milani one, and then this is the L'Oreal, and then we'll go in to try the Makeup Revolution and then the Wet n Wild one. So the next one that I'm going to try on is the Makeup Revolution Shimmer Brick Radiant. This one was one of the first ones that we swatched. Because these colors, I think these bottom colors are going to be a little too dark for me right now. I'm going to go in and swirl my brush in the top three. Okay, you guys. Okay. So this is a very intense highlight. So you definitely, if you're not into the intense highlights, I don't know. Like, I love a strong highlight. So if you prefer a more natural highlight, either go in with a pretty light hand, or I don't know. The last one that I'm going to be trying out is the Wet n Wild Megaglo Highlighting Powder, and this is in the color Precious Petals. Okay. Right off the bat, this is compared to the Makeup Revolution one. The Wet n Wild one is looking more like a buildable highlight, which is good. If you don't like a super intense highlight right off the bat, you do have that option with the Wet n Wild upon application to just kind of build it up. Those are both really pretty highlights. You know what? I love this color. I know it's going to be too dark for me, but I am just tempted to kind of just go in and try it on anyway. I don't think I'm going to completely reapply my foundation, so I'm just going to kind of brush this off, this highlight off. This is Crown of My Canopy. I have a feeling it's going to be too dark, but I am just so curious, and it's just such a pretty color that I just want to see. This is working out for my skin tone better than I thought it would. That is super pretty too. If I were to pick my favorite, gosh, it's so hard. You know, I think I'm gonna have to, one of these. I think one of these. Like I said before, everyone has their own preferences. Everyone likes their own thing. So just because one item wasn't my favorite doesn't mean that it won't work out really well for you and be your preference for highlighter. Okay, so that about wraps up this video. I do want to share my recommendations for you guys and what products I wouldn't recommend. While there was, I mean, out of 10 highlighters, there were a lot of really good ones. But unfortunately, there were a couple that I wouldn't recommend. And the ones that I wouldn't recommend would be the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in the color Blush Gems. This one just, it wasn't doing it for me. It was too subtle. The texture is just, it's pretty rough. And I just think, I mean, for the price, and there's other highlighters on the market that I think are better than this one, so I probably would not recommend this one. The other one that I wouldn't recommend to you guys is the Hard Candy, what is this one called? Hard Candy Baked Illuminating Duo. I really wanted to like this one, you guys, like I really did, because I just love the concept of the packaging and I just thought it was so cute. But this one was too chalky and the glitter pieces in it were just too big, and I think for a highlight, personally, I like more of a seamless shimmer and natural glow, and this just had too much glitter chunks in it, so I don't think I would recommend this one to you guys either. The ones that I would absolutely recommend to you guys are the ones that I last tried on, and they're the ones on my face right now, and that is the Wet n Wild Megaglo Highlighting Powder, and then also the Makeup Revolution Shimmer Brick. Both of these highlights were absolutely amazing. Like, I love these. I will definitely be using these all the time. That wraps up this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And like I said in the introduction, I'm going to be doing a drugstore bronzer haul and first impressions and some try on too, so look out for that as well. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.